just what happened.
It's just a
No, I mean, if you're going inside in your... Well, I gave you one earlier.
No,
the good one. The better one.
We've got audio. Oh.
你好，你可唔可以講下你今日嚟參加呢個遊行嘅目的係咩呢？
首先其實香港喺呢個即係新聞自由嘅情況，喺由立場新聞再之後眾新聞被即係去到一個要自我關閉嘅情況啦。咁我都見到喺香港新聞自由嚟講，情況唔係好理想啦。 近乎係可能好多市民都話根本上都唔知揀咩新聞睇啦咁樣。咁所以喺香港可能發聲嘅情況比較困難，市民嘅時候，咁我哋喺英國倫敦就有一個主辦單位搞咗個遊行啦，去到香港嘅經貿辦駐倫敦經貿辦，咁希望可以將香港人嘅聲音喺英國帶翻去香港咁樣咯。
你之前有冇喺倫敦參加過類似嘅活動啊？
有嘅，我之前喺即係上一次就係831同埋10月1號啦，舊年嘅10月1號啦，遊行啦，咁啊都係。呢啲活動有冇用啊？有冇用啊？我諗喺外，即係喺香港以外嘅香港人，其實我覺得有啲責任可以為香港人發聲嘅。始終香港而家嘅自由比較收窄咗好多啦。亦都喺香港以外嘅香港人可能有一份責任去幫香港人發聲，亦都係其中一個方法，令到香港人可以喺外地開始聯繫翻一齊咯。
你有冇同嗰啲本地人傾？其實即係佢哋明唔明香港人做緊咩，或者支唔支持我哋咁樣做咧？
我哋若有一啲聽講嘅講法啦，其實即係喺英國嘅本地人咧，其實佢都開始慢慢知道香港究竟發生咩事，亦都知道點解咁多香港人嚟到英國嘅咧？佢哋慢慢了解啦，亦都知道香港情況啦，亦都知道究竟點解香港人嚟到啦。咁其實佢哋相對係正面嘅。
Sorry, can you take the mask off to speak? Because I can't hear you very well on the.
Just under the chin.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks. Let's get the thing in the background. That's great. Fantastic.
So why I'm here? Yeah, because I've left Hong Kong and came to Edinburgh for like 4 years, and I was not able to join the demonstration in Hong Kong. So I'm here trying to do something like keeping awareness for people here, try to tell them what's happening in Hong Kong, try to do my part of work, and do something for Hong Kong, even though I'm not here, not in Hong Kong. In this event, like we try to do some presentation, tell people that what's happening in Hong Kong, because although we see some news coverage here, it is not in great detail, and we hope to by some of these photos and words, our own words and our own experience, try to really connect with people here. And so we hope to raise awareness of here in the UK, and also kind of keep people, so that they can remember what's happening in Hong Kong.
So what help would you like from the British government or the British people?
I think one of the biggest things people here can do is to, although it's hard, avoid using Chinese products, or maybe boycott the upcoming Winter Olympics in Beijing. I know it is really hard to do, and also these are some very indirect things to do, but it is also a way of showing support to us. And another important thing is that we hope that people here can know and remember what's happening, know that the Communist Party is taking away freedom and democracy in Hong Kong. And I think knowing what's happening is already really useful and really important.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you.
加人數同你預期中有冇出入咧？
其實我預冇咁多人嘅，咁但係我估眾新聞嘅 close down 跟住幾個嘅媒體 close down 咧，令到啲人真係好激憤咯，咁所以我都有少少意外，咁即係證明住香港人冇死心咯。
今日有幾多人？
我估啊，我其實唔係好識數人數，不過我自己估都可能800至1000都有嘅，我自己估。
咁呢個集會同遊行你可能有同英國警方申請啊，有啲協調啊，咁你覺得順唔順利咧？
過程非常順利，所以我哋頭先喺你睇到個歷程，我哋都俾咗個掌聲，多謝香港呢個英國警方啦。其實個原因係我哋本身冇，佢哋話係未必可以咁樣攝落去，驚我哋有啲可能攝咗啲唔好嘅嘢落去。但係後來佢見到啊，我哋原來咁和平，香港人係咁和平表達個訴求，佢又俾我哋。咁同埋你睇到沿路其實都幫我哋開路，咁我覺得都個協調上面係非常順利嘅。
咁佢申請嘅時候有冇話問你哋有冇即係啲咩組織啊？個訴求係啲咩啊？即係會唔會審查或者問你哋好多嘢嘅？
我哋都唔係第一次喺英國搞類似呢啲集會遊行啦。咁一路歷程都其實都好順利，都冇話特別去針對某一個組織問各樣那樣嘅事情。咁所以都冇特別問，都好信任。所以我哋都好多謝英國警方一路去同我哋有個協調。
咁你覺得嚟緊香港人喺英國仲可以做啲咩咧？
實在呢個題目好似好易答，亦都好似好難答咁。因為咧難之處在於，好似我哋而家做咩都冇用。其實你話呢個你講得俗白啲，就係好似行禮如儀或者個禮序咁樣，好似冇乜意義。但另一方面咧，我又覺得呢啲嘅我哋每一次嘅社會行動啦，呢啲嘅示威嘅行動咧，係俾住我哋每一個香港人殺乎世界繼續打氣，唔好放棄繼續對於港共所做嘅。
Hello. Why are you doing this? Today I joined the speech because I want to stand up for Hong Kong. Because the speech of the freedom of speech in Hong Kong is under restriction. Many of the newspaper is closed by the government. So I just stand up here and just stand for Hong Kong.
And what do you hope will be the positive effect being here?
You mean pardon?
What do you hope will happen by doing this event?
Actually, I just want to tell the world the truth. What the China community is doing. They're trying to doing the restriction on Hong Kong. They force people. They have many restrictions of the Hong Kong people. Even you cannot speak any other words against the government. So if you speak one of the words, even in my mind, it's not a word is against the government, but they will use many rules and many of their own law to against you and put it in the jail. Yeah.
And so, what kind of help do you hope the British government or British people can do?
Maybe you just want to remember of the record. This record. You just want to remember. You just want to remember. Teach the people to remember those things. Maybe not some wants or what some hope for the government to just record this. We just want to record this history.
How long have you been here?
We just been here for 5 months. Yeah.
In Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Big move.
Yeah. Actually, we just want to escape the Hong Kong government and fight for fight for the freedom of Hong Kong. Yeah. Because you can't speak anything in Hong Kong now. Yeah.
Did you see any of the unrest in the city? Did you go into the protests in the city?
You mean
in Hong Kong?
Yes.
Yeah. How was that? Experiencing that?
之前嘅遊行。You mean the protest experience in Hong Kong?
Yes.
Actually, it was really peaceful protest in Hong Kong. But afterwards, when the police come, everything changed. They fight people. Yeah, even they only catch the young people. Yeah. without any reason, without any reasonable reason. Yeah. So actually, we bring the kids with our kids in the protest, but afterward we are not go out because it's so dangerous because of the police. Yeah.
That must be very difficult to have your country suddenly turned upside down like that.
Oh.
Pardon? Difficult seeing your Hong Kong suddenly change from peaceful to the Chinese government, taking.
Yeah. Actually, they encourage the kids to report if their parents do anything against the government. Yeah, they encourage the children to report. So I'm just concerned education and the safety of Hong Kong. Yeah.
Thank you. That's lovely.
Thank you very much.
It's not look out to organize this event. Raise awareness of the rising pressure being imposed to the Hong Kong journalists, the journalists of Hong Kong.
今次咧呢一個嘅人臉活動咧係維持咗1個月嘅時間㗎啦，喺英國。咁我哋就參與支持呢一個 campaign 啦。咁總共有9個城市咧都同時響應支持記者呢個活動。咁咧係由倫敦去到加加啲大嘅活動。
Starting from London all the way up north, Manchester, Newcastle, and on the 22nd of this month of January, we're going to host the same event in Aberdeen as well, in support of journalists.
咁啊，而家我讀一讀咧嗰個大會宣言嘅，向營助香港媒體報導真相嘅記者致敬。記得喺2019年反送中啱啱開始嘅時候咧，四周圍都有假消息，香港人學識咗要時時 fact check，仍然睇到大家咧對於事實咧都非常之執着嘅，得不官必有律。當時我哋仲仍然有蘋果、立場、眾新聞、等新聞等等嘅記者，願意為報導真相奮不顧身，而家仲有良知香港人起埋一齊同一陣線，抗拒極權，對抗荒謬。然而，自去年7月國安法訂立咗之後，香港嘅民主派嘅陣營咧受到嚴重嘅打壓，眾多嘅前線手足以及唔同嘅專業工會代表都紛紛被捕、入獄、判刑。就好似教協、支聯會、612基金，一個又一個嘅民間團體相繼倒閉。蘋果、立場、眾新聞亦都一個一個嘅傳媒被迫解散。呢個係一個反常態嘅香港，周遭產生住恐懼、不安、絕望同埋唔信任。喺2020年至到2021年，蘋果日報創辦人黎智英同埋6位嘅高官相繼入獄，被報館停止營運。佢哋嘅報館停止營運， 且被控於顛覆國家政府罪、勾結外國勢力等罪名。與此同時，喺721嘅事件上面，堅持報導真相嘅前立場記者何桂蘭已經被還押超過咗1年嘅時間，唔准保釋，接近無了期咁等候審訊。報導真相、尋求公義係傳媒嘅天職，從來批判思想都係走進文明嘅開端。佢哋唔應該被關押喺牢獄裏面，更加唔應該被恐嚇、滋擾。記者同記者嘅家人應該受到應有基本嘅人權。喺2014年開始，香港嘅局勢漸趨緊張。香港嘅記者喺好多嘅社會運動當中，都擔當住一個橋頭堡嘅角色。佢哋報導真相，佢哋仍然保護抗爭者方面扮演住非常之重要嘅角色。冇咗記者抽絲剝繭嘅報導，香港會變成一個中國版嘅生活模式，漸漸失去咗公義、行公義、好憐憫、獨立批判思考嘅價值。法治與良知嘅代價，就係堅守崗位記者被一群黑社會追打，而打到頭破血流。佢哋流血係記錄真相，係為全香港甚至全世界嘅公義正義流嘅血。喺蘋果被強行停刊嗰一刻，蘋果女主播謝興賢曾經講過，佢話蘋果成就咗一個不可能嘅任務，一個回應時代嘅任務，但其實呢一個唔可能嘅任務仍然未完成。今日香港仍然被中華帝國殖民，我哋嘅公民社會基本嘅人權自由都被中共毀於一旦。但大家要記住，肉體會腐爛，精神唔會。如果中共將香港僅有嘅自由都被禁錮，從來我哋都唔會停止抗爭，就等我哋喺海外將反共嘅精神傳承。呢條國際線係屬於仍然想完成煲底之約嘅每一位。從來正義都唔應該活於恐懼之中。今日我哋亮起電話嘅燈光，與我哋嘅香港朋友身在牢獄嘅手足、前線嘅記者連線，對岸呼應，持燈默站，直指我希望國際社會正視香港倒退嘅新聞自由，協助香港新聞從業員獲得應有嘅保障同埋尊嚴。
We would like to give a statement of this assembly. In the summer of 2019, Hong Kong was in the midst of possibly one of the largest demonstrations happened in human history. About the conflict between civil mass and the ruling government, we came to the realization that the evidence could be invented and that facts could be twisted by the authorities in a certain narrative against our civil society. It was only at that moment and we finally realized that we couldn't take the truth for granted. Truth must be sought after and fought for. 2019 was a time where Hong Kong still retained a certain degree of freedom. We had media outlets like Outlook Daily and Shan News, and their passionate journalists were willing to risk their own safety for us to unveil the truth that Hong Kong deserves. Unfortunately, Hong Kong national security law that was passed last year had led to the incarcerations of so many high-profile public media figures and proprietors in Hong Kong, of whom in the past Oxford in a city where the freedom of the press was protected, only now to be stripped away of that privilege and to be locked in prison. They are all prosecuted by the communist regime of which the mandate to rule has never existed in Hong Kong. Our civil organizations, such as the Professional Teachers Union, being forced into dissolution last year for fear of the national security law. That is a fate that was shared among many other civil organizations, and indeed a fearful fate that is deliberately, systematically imposed on our citizens. As a member of civil society, we are entitled to the complete exercise of freedom of speech and, of course, freedom of press. Having the voice to provide critical reflection on social issues affirms progress to more transparent governance, which we believe is extremely important into protecting basic human rights in a society. Those who dare speak and seek the truth should not be harmed, should not be harassed, and should not be threatened in any way by any political party. Since 2014, the pressure being imposed upon the press in Hong Kong has been multiplied. Our journalists stood their ground nonetheless. They serve as the sentinels to the integrity of our civil society and protected the legal rights of the protesters in each of the social movements throughout the years. If the cost of maintaining a so-called peaceful or silent society is the exile and imprisonment of these fine souls of this kind people, then I would venture out to say that such a cause is so overwhelming, so unjustified. They deserve better than this. All because such a silence is caused by nothing but mere violence. We come forth today together to commemorate the spirit of journalism, the value of freedom of press, and most importantly, our shared memory of the fight. Soon, we're forming a human chain with our flashlights, the Apple Show wrapping up this building, wrapping up the National Records all the way to Leaf Street. The same with those who dare to speak truth, to those who are locked up in prisons thousands of miles away. No matter how far apart our hearts were closer than ever, no matter how dark it might get, we know trust who we are and to live the legacy of a city which took pride so much, to the absolute fullest. So let the flames begin. Let the flames take us to the people, take us to the world, and take us home. Fight for freedom! Fight for freedom! Fight for freedom! Thank you. I would like to invite you to sing along with us. Song that is one of the song called Hong Kong.
好，咁咧，而家我哋咧就會播完熒光嘅，咁希望咧大家都一齊唱，因為我哋在場都有一啲民間記者咧，佢哋會播 live 啦，希望香港嘅朋友都睇到，我哋喺海外都仍然支持嘅。
Automatically using for many years. My goal with the videos that we published around the world is to identify that enter, and we have discussed the design of freedom of press. As we are all fully aware, freedom of the press is currently going through a major crackdown by the authorities in Hong Kong. I believe this crackdown began when drastic changes were made in public broadcaster RTA today. Staffing and editorial staff were changed, which led the content on social media being deleted, and the once prestigious news organization RTA became effectively vetoed by their management in response to the national security. Then, quite probably the most significant cause for alarm was when police raided the offices and newsroom of popular newspaper Apple Daily, which led to Apple Daily being unable to continue publishing since police had seized the majority of their assets. It was very disturbing watching live streams from Apple Daily staff and Stan News of large numbers of police occupying the newsroom, which is something we may never see again in Hong Kong, since now both Apple Daily and Stan News have been shut down by the government. Many of the senior and editorial staff have since been imprisoned, without any realistic chance of bail, or simply doing their jobs. Reporting what the authorities don't like to be discussed. Then another note in the coffin for freedom of the press came when police also raided the newsroom of Stan News and arrived at the home of Vincent Chan, who was the deputy assignment editor for Stan News and the chair of Hong Kong Journalists Association. Again, senior staff and former directors have been arrested and imprisoned for simply being involved with a news organization which is critical of the authorities in Hong Kong. Now some smaller news organizations like Citizen News have decided to cease operating, while those remaining are continuing to operate under the veil of fear and intimidation. All journalists in Hong Kong now feel that knock at the door from a police raid, designed to shut them down and imprison them for merely trying to do their job. Even traditionally pro-establishment media are being affected. Hong Kong Power aren't journalists. They are simply the attack dog of the Chinese Communist Party. They have recently been highly critical of journalists in Lee Pao, who are also making it clear to pro-establishment media that they must know their place in the new Hong Kong. The Chinese Communist Party and Hong Kong authorities are fearful of the truth. In order for them to survive, they must shroud themselves in lies, which leaves no room for the press, whose job it is to highlight the truth and criticize those in power when necessary. Even international media have come under attack, with Chief Secretary John Day and representative officers writing numerous scathing letters to various international news organizations, and from a pathetic attempt at intimidation. Soon, it is highly likely that all local news organizations in Hong Kong will no longer be able to operate to criticize, promote the truth, and show what mistakes the authorities are making. This is the goal of the authorities, to silence any criticism. It is now up to us, outside of Hong Kong, to stand up, like today, and continue sharing the truth and being critical of a government intent on destroying everything that was once good in Hong Kong. Journalism is not sedition. Hong Kong Yan, Dial.
好，咁而家咧，因為我哋咧就開始排人鏈嘅啦。咁嗰條人鏈開始咧，就喺呢幾支旗杆最後嗰支開始為之頭嘅部分啦，一路直路咧轉落去 B Street 嗰度。咁我哋現場咧就會有啲手冊嘅，咁手冊咧就係帶住佢哋嘅 respect。係啦，咁你哋可以跟住手冊咧嘅指引啦，去一齊去排呢條人鏈。咁同埋喺排人鏈嘅過程裏邊咧，都歡迎大家咧舉起你哋自己嘅 slogan， 或者你自己咧都準備咗啲 slogan 俾大家，你哋都可以舉牌咯，同埋啦舉高你哋嘅手機燈。咁注意咧，每一個參與者啦，你哋必須要戴上你哋嘅口罩啦，同埋咧保持一位人同人之間嘅距離。如果有任何突發嘅事情發生嘅時候咧，請你都聯絡我哋嘅義工手冊。
We're going to start the second floor of our assembly. We're going to do Q&A activities, starting from the Apple Store right over there, by the end of that hall, extending all the way to Lee Street, St. James Quarter. And we would like to remind you that we have to maintain 1 meter social distancing with one another, put your mask on at all times. This is for your safety, preventing contact with the latest coronavirus variants. And we also invite you to hold up your signs, slogans, and artworks if you have any to show to the public here in Scotland. And if you want to do it, we invite you to hold up your phone, turn on your flashlight as well, to serve as a candlelight. We'd also like to remind you that we have volunteers here on site. All volunteers are wearing wristbands like this. So if you have any questions, if you want to know more about your position, please talk to one of the volunteers. They will guide you to your questions.
好，咁而家大家可以排嗰條人鏈出嚟㗎啦。好，人鏈啊，大家，我哋由一個
You hold this microphone.
Can you speak? It's really nice that you're speaking to me. I'm also a journalism student. Wow. This is so you want
Passage both in Cantonese and English, and may now use my own language first. 各位香港人，第二次世界大戰嘅時候咧，有一張未曾發行嘅海報，上面係咁樣寫：Freedom is in peril. Defend it with all your might. 意思即係話自由正係急急可危，要竭盡所能去捍衛佢。2019年之後咧，有好多香港人咧就話佢哋唔想再睇新聞，因為佢好驚見到咧，即係以前嘅畫面咧，再一次觸動佢哋嘅情緒。佢哋話2年幾之後咧，其實一樣係冇被治癒過啦，亦都係冇人可以有方法，係冇方法可以治癒佢哋。因為呢個傷口咧係開創性嘅，並唔係一啲輕輕嘅擦傷啦，亦都係唔係一啲即係話佢唔去治癒咧，唔去理佢咧就可以治癒。2年之後嘅今日，佢哋同樣唔想再睇新聞，不過呢個原因咧係更加悲傷，因為佢哋連選擇睇乜嘢新聞，喺邊個平台接收信息嘅自由咧都已經失去。新聞片咧，的確係好令人痛心啦。每一個畫面都係逼你去回想翻，即係嗰陣時嘅驚恐場面。可能在席嘅每一位，甚至你當日就喺一個現場上面被出嚟氣體或者係子彈所傷。不過而家僅存嘅記錄咧，即係剩翻你同我嘅片段啦、相片啦，甚至即係啲零碎嘅記憶。所有都成為一啲地下嘅回音。官方同傳媒嘅記錄係被埋藏啦、被抽起啦、被洗刷啦，甚至係被刪去。新聞報導本身就係歷史，而家剩翻嘅只係一把聲音嘅歷史冊。呢一個咧，正正就係失去新聞自由嘅可怕，就好似平行時空咁樣啦，彷彿一切都冇發生過。2021年香港人失去嘅東西太多啦。本來新聞自由係一個無處不在嘅一樣嘢嚟，我哋當時視之為理所當然。不過原來可以一夜之間就煙消雲散。我離開香港嘅時候係2021年嘅7月，即係舊年嘅7月，係蘋果日報消失之後嘅1個月。有人就覺得呢一個係結束。但事實證明，蘋果日報嘅消失咧， 只係一個開始。冇人能夠預計到網上嘅媒體喺半年之後成為下一個目標。立場新聞同樣喺一夜之間咧消失喺香港人面前。眾新聞因為唔中。
Freedom of press.
Not to do one country business.
Hello. Hello there. Hello.
Why are you joining this event?
Because actually I'm homeless. I see there are many of the people get arrested by freedom of speech. I mean, freedom of press is one of the rights of freedom of speech. So that's why I come here, and that's why I'm in charge for this event. Because when we stay in the free place, we need to fight for Hong Kong because we are all Hongkongers. There's only Hongkongers can save Hong Kong. That's why I come here. Well, actually, I want more Scottish know what happened in Hong Kong, and to encourage more Hong Kongers to telling the truth of Hong Kong, telling the story about Hong Kong with foreigners. That's what we want to do it, and what we want to fight for. Yeah.
What kind of help do you want from the British government or the British people?
I think as British people, I hope, and the world, I hope all of the people can start to boycott the Chinese products. Boycott Chinese products and don't buy anything related to China. That's the first thing. In British government, I think they need to help more asylum seekers, like some Hong Kongers, some teenagers who fight for freedom after they leave Hong Kong because she's got arrested and nearly got arrested. So they're looking for asylum. So I hope the government can help them first.
Yeah, that's what you want to say.
So when did you come to Hong Kong?
How long did I come here? Oh yeah, I think 1 year. 1 year. 1 year.
So you were there. Did you join the protests in Hong Kong?
Yeah, I thought you did join the protest in Hong Kong, but I can't tell you what I did because I need to protect my family in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I understand.
What's your feeling now about?
Sad, but I cannot lose hope. If I lost hope, I can't do anything, and I can't see everything.
So your family is still in Hong Kong?
Yeah. Hong Kong is my homeland. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.